Americans used to engage in civil conversations with people of opposing viewpoints, enjoying the banter and debate. Today, many Americans believe they can't be friends with people whose views are different. The Civility Project seeks to bring people together of opposing viewpoints for healthy disagreement, personal interactions, and constructive conversations. In this hour-long workshop, participants engaged in discussion, learned to listen to others, and learned why the listening is the most important.
All right, good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. My name is Dan Hartley, and I am the principal here at Bloomfield Hills High School, and I'm proud to be a Blackhawk. So thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Superintendent West is going to take over in a second, and he's going to talk a little bit about our district message for the year, which is around daring to care. And I'm going to go a little bit out of order because I want to start by acknowledging not only our choir and our singers who came out tonight, our honored guests who joined us as representatives and elected officials throughout our community, our students of AP Government who helped put tonight's event together, and our teaching staff. Ms. Toomey, Mr. Harrett, thank you all for a wonderful evening, and let's start by acknowledging all of you and all of them. All right, Superintendent Rick West.
Good evening. I also want to welcome you here to Bloomfield Hills High School. I am Superintendent Rick West. I have been on the job since July, and it's just an honor to serve in this capacity and serve this community. I've been asked to kind of outline what the message for the year for the school district. It was evident as I was onboarding here that we really needed to lean into relationships and really connect with one another. So we challenged the staff in August to dare to care. That's been our message that we've been really leaning into this year. That's connect, acknowledge, respect, and engage. We want to connect with one another. We want to acknowledge the good work that we're doing and to celebrate the successes we're having. Respect each other's divergent thought and the diversity that we bring to the organization, and then engage in an authentic manner. So we are working on doing that. I ask right now, knowing that we all have given up something to be here, I think it's important. Why don't we just spend a brief second connecting with those around us, introducing yourselves, making each other known, and discuss what you've given up to be here. So, thank you.
Well, good evening, everybody. I first have a little test of Dr. Hartley's skills. He's put a lot of work into this, so I need to make sure. Does everybody in here know the answer to this? What are we proud to be? Did you hear them? Now, come on. We can do better. You're going to accept that? What are we proud to be? Love it. Okay, well, welcome everybody. Thank you for coming tonight. I wanted to, first of all, acknowledge all the people in the room who have come from far and near. And can I get all of my students to raise their hands so that we can acknowledge? I don't know if you're aware, but this took the efforts of over 80 students. So let's give it up for the students. So I wanted to tell just a super quick story of how we got here. Last year, we did a Civility Project for the very first time, and we had a couple of special guests. You may have heard of Stephen Henderson and Nolan Finley. They came and they did a presentation on stage, and it was our students from last year and some of our elected officials from last year. If you were here last year, can you stand up? There's a few of you that were here last year and have come back. These were the people who actually said to us, wait a minute, the best part of the whole evening was connecting with each other. And so we said, well, let's make that the main part of the show. So we have a very, very short presentation today. We're going to do a quick interview that's going to model listening. I don't want to give anything away. And then you're going to be introduced to all of your ushers and hosts for the evening. All of our elected officials will be introduced. And then we're going to go out into the commons. By the way, I do have snacks and water for everybody because of my beautiful students. I'm just curious, how many of you, or let's acknowledge the adults in here, how many of you didn't really get to stop and eat dinner along the way? So there are snacks and some water out there for you because we have to take care of each other. That is what we are here for. So please do take care of each other. You're going to find your way to the table that you have been assigned. When you were checked in, you should have been told a color and given a pledge that has a specific color on it. When you get out into the commons, you're going to be at that table, and then you're going to be able to rotate around and talk to all of our fabulous elected officials that gave up important things, because there's nothing more important than our students in order to be here with us in our community tonight. So I think that's, is that all I was supposed to say? Have you ever seen the team Penn and Teller? I want you to guess which one's which.
I just want to thank everyone for coming, especially our students. Without you guys, tonight would not happen. You guys have put a tremendous amount of work into this, and we just want to thank you for all of that, and thank our elected officials for taking time out of your busy schedules. And I hope you all get some meaningful knowledge out of tonight and learning how can we have tough conversations.
And because this really is planned by and run by students, and they're far more engaging, I think we're going to turn it over to our students now. You got this.
So, hi everyone. We are the Red Group. My name is Brooke.
I'm Valeria.
And I'm Marianne. And our main theme today is listening. So we will be showcasing that by with a short interview with our two elected officials from, so our Bloomfield Township Treasurer, Michael Shostak, and Bloomfield Township Supervisor, Danny Walsh.
So our first question is, what has been the benefit of being on a bipartisan team for the both of you guys?
I'm going to let Michael go first. I'll go first. Can you guys hear me? Okay. As Barry said, I'm Michael Shostak. I'm the Bloomfield Township Treasurer, and I am a Republican. And my colleague here is a Democrat. And we worked together for 8 years on the Bloomfield Township Board of Trustees. The most recent year, she was the supervisor and I am the treasurer, and we work closely together every single day. So to answer your question, Brooke, you know, in our modern political system, when we've got people, you know, kind of separated into parties, you know, those parties represent different voices, and those different voices have thoughts and ideas. And I think when you work on a bipartisan basis, you bring a diversity of thought to address a situation. And the more thoughts and voices and ideas you have to address a problem, because public policy is not easy. And so the more thoughts and voices and ideas you can bring to the table usually result in a better solution.
And I definitely agree, because when you look on paper, we shouldn't have been as close of friends as we were. But being able to trust that, I feel the majority of America is center left, center right. Although we do have the far left, the far right, I don't feel that's the majority. And if you only hang out with people that think exactly like you do, you're not going to create the best solutions for anybody, even yourself. So usually if something came before me, I'd pop into Michael's office and say, what do you think about this? Or because he has a different thought from the male perspective, from the Republican perspective, from the Jewish perspective. Like, we have so many different ideas that you find a better solution when you start to listen to others. And instead of standing your ground on the left or the right, you come to the middle and find out something that works best for the majority of all.
So, what is something that you guys have learned from each other?
Danny's a wonderful person. She's got a big heart. But the thing that I think that I've learned the most from her, it sounds kind of trite maybe, is you don't take no for an answer. And, sometimes in government, you encounter resistance to your ideas. And that doesn't mean they're bad ideas. It just means that maybe somebody has a different agenda or different idea. And, so you've got to work hard to advocate for your beliefs and your ideas and do that passionately. And she was certainly very emblematic of that. So I was very grateful to work alongside her and learn from her.
Well, and actually, because I tend to be a bull in China shop and not take no for an answer, he helped teach me a better approach that you could take when you're trying to get something. And it's that the loudest voice isn't always the strongest voice at the table. So it isn't shouting, just shuts people down. Just saying the same thing to somebody 4 times, hoping they expect a different answer, doesn't work. So it would be coming to, because Michael's an observer. Michael is one where he may not be the one talking the most, but he's listening, which is one of the most important tenets, and then he presents something. So again, I would go in there and say, okay, this is my idea. This is what we're gonna do. He said, how about this option? So learning that you can't go in always guns blazing. Sometimes it's better to just slow down and think through a better approach. And then you do get what you need.
Which of the principles of our pledge have you guys found the most helpful?
So I think for me, it's seeking common ground, kind of dovetailing to my answer to the first question, in the polarization that we have today. It's important to be passionate and advocate for your opinions, but if you're, going guns blazing in one direction and the person that you're trying to work with is in the other direction, you're not going to get anything done. And we see this, of course, often in Washington, where they're, on totally different pages, and they just can't say, hey, this part of what your idea is good, and we can agree to that, and this part is good. So, when you sit down, I found with people who have different ideas or different agendas, different beliefs, and say, okay, well, I don't agree with everything that you said, but I can agree with A, B, and C, and I think that that's a place that we can start working together and build trust and, build a relationship and find a way to continue to grow that space, I think is really important. So I find, seeking common ground to be really important.
For me, it's honesty. Especially you experience this at school. Somebody will say something to your face and you think that that's what they mean, but then you hear that they've said something completely different. So with honesty, if you just always say the truth, one, you don't have to remember what your lies are, because it's a lot harder to remember what you lied about than to remember the truth. But also with that honesty comes a lot of the other tenets of respect, finding common ground, because if I can trust the person sitting next to me, I'm going to want them at the table with me with all the decisions. when I did run across people that were very untrustworthy and had private agendas, they weren't sitting at the table with me helping make decisions because I couldn't trust them. I didn't trust their agendas or their purpose. So I always said that I wanted to be trustworthy, where you may not agree with me, you may even hate my answers, but they will be truthful. And that helped bring me to the table in many situations where I may not have been invited as a Democrat or as a female. So again, being honest might be it might sound easy, but sometimes it's hard to say to someone's face the hardest thing to say, but it's always best to be honest.
Wow, thank you so much. So that is the end of our interview. And so we are a part of the red group, which is listening. So afterwards, when we split up into the groups, if you are part of the red group, you can come find us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Maya Smith.
I'm Rhiannon.
I'm Vivian.
Donnie Steele, State Representative.
So we'll be representing the Be Truthful principle, and we have State Representative Donnie Steele here. So for our station, please just look for the color orange.
Hello everyone, we're the yellow group. My name is Will.
I'm Drew.
And I'm Matthew.
I'm Nikki Snyder. I serve on the State Board of Education.
And our group is about avoiding gossip, and if you're in the yellow group, make sure to follow us around. All right.
Hello, I'm Merriman Haddad.
I'm Jonathan Warshay. I'm the supervisor in West Bloomfield Township, just appointed yesterday.
And I'm Ella Marie. And Aaron Mandel.
So we're Team Green, and it is about showing respect. So if you guys are interested, you can come see us.
Hi, I'm Alex Abel.
I'm June Campbell.
I'm Nolan Metz.
I'm Richard Bernstein, Justice of the Michigan Supreme Court, and incredibly happy to be a part of this. This is a wonderful evening, and I'm really enjoying this. So thank you, Karen, for including me.
We will be representing Seek Common Ground. If you're in our group, please follow us around. Thank you.
I'm Katiana.
I'm Eva.
I'm Max.
Hi everyone, I'm Madiha Tariq, Deputy County Executive for Oakland County, and really excited to be here.
And we're representing Repairing Damaged Relationships, so if you're in Purple Group, you can follow us.
I'm Jenna Lepley.
I'm Ella Griffin.
I'm Magdalena Leonard.
I am Jason Abel, the newest addition to the Bloomfield Hills Board of Education.
And we will be representing the pink group today, which is Use Constructive Language. So if you're in our group, come to the pink table. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Madonna.
I'm Sophia.
I am Paul Cullen, otherwise known as PK from the Bloomfield Hills School Board.
I'm Tilly Stoller, and we're here to talk about taking responsibility. So if you're in the brown group, come along.
Hi, I'm Henry.
Hi, I'm Carolyn Noble. I'm the Bloomfield Hills School Board trustee. Thank you, Karen, for having this wonderful program. It's so important to have civil discourse, especially in these times.
Hi, I'm Sana Nakadar. I'm Miriam Jora, and today we're going to be representing the Black group, and it's experiencing discomfort. So if you're in our group, you should come find us.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, how's everybody doing tonight? It seems a little dead in here. I'm gonna need that to be louder. Okay, well, my name's Felucy, say.
My name's Carson.
I'm Alan Jones.
And Rick West.
And today we're gonna be talking about expect and accept non-closure. So we're the gray group, so just come look for us. Best group.
Tedeschi. I'm one of the advisory council members, and last Tuesday we had the Civility Project as a part of our AP Gov classes, and this kind of correlates to the board's, the student board program's Points of Pride. So we planned and hosted this night dedicated to community building and engagement to get everyone involved in local government. And so some of the board members signed this pledge, which emphasizes principles like seeking common ground, taking responsibility, and embracing discomfort to foster constructive dialogue. So for those of you that weren't there, I have a copy of the pledge, and it would be appreciated if you could sign it and kind of set a standard for the rest of the community. Should I pass them out, or can you just? Okay, thank you.
Do you want?
They're for you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Katie.
Thank you.
I signed it, that's right. And just as my colleagues signed, I just want to thank you, Katie, and the organizers of the event. It was a great event. Me, Carolyn, and Rick, Superintendent West, attended the event, and it was a great event. It was attended probably over 100 people, and probably like 13 to 15 public officials throughout, all of Oakland County attended. So it was a well-run event, and kudos to our students, because it was student-run, completely student-run.
Do you mind if I'm going to read this so those watching can know how it reads and what we just signed? I'll try and go quickly. So the Bloomfield High School Civility Project participants believe in building community and strengthening our democracy. The best way to do this is to develop our capacity for quality communication around difficult issues. Communities like ours have taken conscious steps in this direction by adopting resolutions that define the qualities of civility by encouraging individual pledges to uphold those qualities. We offer the Civility Pledge to help all of us as community members reflect on the quality of our own behavior to work to engage each other in even more productive ways. By taking this pledge, you are committing to promoting civility in Bloomfield and beyond. Please check each item to signify your commitment to the stated principle, then sign at the bottom. I think these are worth reading through because these are really, really great. First one is listen, focus on others in order to better understand their point of view, not change it. Be truthful, speak with honesty, accuracy, and integrity. Avoid gossip, be discreet, and avoid harmful communication. Show respect, honor others and their opinions, especially during disagreements, and assume best intentions. Seek common ground, look for points of agreement instead of contradicting unnecessarily. Discuss issues rather than debating character. Repair damaged relationships, apologize, forgive, and work to restore relationships. Use constructive language, be mindful of the impact of your words. Take responsibility, be accountable for your words and actions. Experience discomfort, recognize that discomfort is a natural part of discussions, especially around race. Committing to addressing issues openly as dialogue is necessary for healing and change. Expect and accept non-closure. Be prepared to stay in uncertainty and avoid rushing to conclusions, particularly when it comes to racial understanding, which requires ongoing dialogue. So those are really wonderful principles for everyone in our district to stand by, and I thank you for presenting this tonight.